Hello everyone, I am Sunil Poddar and welcome to Span of Control, the art and science of determining how many team members a manager can effectively lead. From tech startups to healthcare system, finding the right balance is the key to driving efficiency, collaborations, and achieving organizational success. Using fresh examples, we know and explore what shapes this balance, the factors that influence it, and how modern organizations are redefining this approach. Let's get started. The concept of span of control refers to the number of subordinates a manager can effectively oversee, limited by their time, expertise, energy, and personal capabilities. A manager with too many direct reports risks inefficiency, while too few may underutilize their capacity. This balance is critical for organizational efficiency as it shapes how work is delegated and departments are structured. For instance, in a fast-paced tech startup in 2024, a CTO managing a team of 15 developers might struggle to provide adequate guidance, whereas a manager overseeing just two may not fully leverage their leadership skills. The goal is to optimize the span to ensure effectively collaboration without overwhelming the supervisor. Meaning, in management, span of control, a manager can supervise effectively. Think of it like a bridge. The span between pillars, that is subordinate, must be just right, too wide, and the structures falters, too narrow, and the resources are wasted. For example, in 2024, a project manager at a renewable energy firm overseeing 10 field engineers might maintain a ticket control, ensuring safety and quality. However, if that number doubles to 20 without additional support, oversight could weaken, leading to errors. Conversely, managing only 3 engineers might leave the manager underutilized, increasing cost unnecessary. As Spiegel noted, span of control is about ensuring no executive is overwhelmed by too many direct reports, balancing guidance with manageable oversight. It is also referred to span of management, responsibility, authority, or directions. Determining the proper span. There is no universal number for an ideal span of control. It varies by context, manager capability, and organizational need. Historically, Sir Ian Hamilton advocated for a narrow span of no more than 6 subordinates for effective management. In 1933, V.A. Gracchus introduced a mathematical approach, arguing that relationships, direct, group, and cross, grow exponentially with each additional subordinates. His formula, n 2 की power n upon 2 plus n minus 1, gives you the relationship that is needed, where n is the number of subordinates, highlights this complexity. For example, with 4 subordinates, a manager handles 44 relationships. With 5, it jumps to 100. However, Gracchus' model has limitations as it overlooks relationship significance and contextual factors. Recent perspective diverge. Al Urbic suggests 4 subordinates at higher levels and 8 to 12 at lower ones, while Ernest Dale proposed 8 to 9 at the top and 6 to 7 for smaller firms. In contrast, J.S. Worthy endorsed spans as wide as 20 to 30 for specific contexts. For instance, in 2024, a logistic manager at e-commerce giant like Amazon might oversee 25 warehouse workers due to standardized process, while a creative director at boutique and agency might manage only 5 to ensure high quality output. Factors influencing span of control. Several factors shape the optimal span of control, each grounded in a practical realities. Manager's capacity and ability, leadership skills, communication, and emotional intelligence vary. A seasoned manager at 2024 AI startups might handle 12 data scientists effectively, leveraging strong delegation skills, while a less experienced manager struggles with 6. Subordinate competence and training. Skilled, autonomous teams need less oversight. For example, a 2025 software development team with senior coders using agile methodologies allows a manager to oversee 15 developers, while a team of junior hires might require closer supervision, limiting the span to 8. Nature of work. Routine tasks support wider spans. In 2024, a retail chain supervisor might manage 20 cashiers due to standardized process, but a hospital administrator overseeing 5 surgeons need a narrow span due to the complexity and stakes of the work. Time for supervision. Senior managers busy with strategic tasks have less time for direct oversight. A 2024 CEO of a fintech firm might manage only 4 C-suite executives, while a frontline supervisor in a call center handles 15 agents. Degree of decentralization and delegation. Time for supervision. Senior managers busy with strategic tasks have less time for direct oversight. A 2025 manufacturing plant manager who empowers team leads can oversee 12 units, whereas unclear task force, narrower span of 5 to ensure proper guidance. Effectiveness of communication. Robust system like real-time dashboards used in 2024 logistic firms enables wider spans by streamlining updates. Poor communication like delayed emails narrows the span. Quality of planning. Clear plans reduce supervision needs. In 2024, a marketing team with detailed campaign roadmaps allows a manager to oversee 10 staff, while vague plans might limit the span to 4. Physical dispersion. Co-located teams is supervisor. A 2025 construction site manager can oversee 15 workers on site, but only 6 if teams are spread across the multiple location. Assistance of experts. Assistance of experts. Access to specialists widens the spans. A 2024 biotech lab manager with data analysts on a call can manage 12 researchers, but without support, the span narrows to 7. Control mechanisms. Objective metrics like automated KPI. In 2025, delivery service supports wider spans by highlighting issues early. Personal supervision, common in creative industries, demands narrower spans. Rate of change. Dynamic environments like a 2024 crypto startups require narrower spans due to shifting priorities, while stable firms like utilities supports wider spans. Need for balance. As Kunj O'Donnell noted, span must be aligned with managerial time and organizational demands, ensuring neither overload nor underuse. Types of span of control. Wider span of supervision. Flat organization. This involves fewer levels and more direct reports, ideal for competent teams and standardized tasks. For example, in 2024, customer support manager at software as a service company might oversee 20 agents using automated ticketing systems, reducing costs and layers. Benefit includes faster communication, but risks include potential oversight gaps. Narrow span of supervision. Tall organization. This features multiple levels and fewer direct reports, suited for complex tasks or senior management. In 2025, a hospital director might oversee 5 department heads to ensure precision, increasing supervision costs but enhancing control. Coordination across levels can be challenging. And that wraps up our exploration of span of control. We have seen how this critical concept shapes organizational structures, from flat startups leveraging wide spans to complex industries relying on narrow ones. By balancing factors like manager capability, team competence, and modern tools, business in 2024 and 25 are optimizing their leadership models for efficiency and innovation. I hope this insight inspires you to rethink how span of control can drive success in your organization. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, keep watching Sunil Poddar. See you in the next video.